scheduled for one fall with no time.
Super hot fire!
The greatest spectacle in podcast entertainment, Mr. Nestlemania.
That was literally verbal diarrhea. I'm setting the bar awfully low. Titus O'Neil keeps running directly into that bar. Get him off my TV, get him off my TV. You make me very angry.
The man who has a better IQ than you, the awe-inspiring JC.
You should go work for WWE because you'd be so up far up Vince's
No.
Oh, you are such a sucker. You defend everything, all the bad moves they make.
This is the Jobber Knocker Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of the Jobber Knocker Podcast. As always, it's Nestlemania alongside for the ride is JC. We are entering like the twilight zone of wrestling this week. This is crazy stuff. It is all over, JC. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and normally we do a lot of this stuff at the end, but this is a big week, and we have a lot of announcements. We kind of talked about some stuff last week, but we want you to be informed on the changes and happenings here at the Jobber Knocker. First one, you're used to getting this on Wednesday. Well, we got some good news for you. I'm afraid I got some good news. The Jobber Knocker, officially, unofficially, for the time being, at least for now, will be moving to Tuesdays.
There it is.
So you will have this podcast one day earlier during your work week than you are used to. I think that's great news for everyone. That is a super hot fire decision. So it'll pretty much be an immediate reaction to Raw, a quicker reaction from the pay-per-views. It'll set up the rest of the week on SmackDown, or if we ever want to talk about AEW or NXT. But speaking of those, it is Wednesday.
It
and
is
if you're
Wednesday.
listening after Wednesday, well, this happened last night or the 2 nights before you. But
Or 6 weeks from then.
the competition starts tonight, man. AEW, NXT, head-to-head. We got you covered on both on the Jobber Knocker website, jobberknocker.com. Bookmark that shit, man, because TJ, of course, will continue to do his NXT reviews and recaps, so keep checking that out. But also, our boy Joe will no longer be covering the cruiserweights. He'll be covering AEW, so be on the lookout for his stuff, especially if you're new to the product like a lot of us. He will get you in the know so you can become an expert immediately. And of course, NXT UK, I believe it's moving to Thursdays either soon.
Oh,
But
really? I didn't
the Real
know
Deal
that.
B. Cox, our boy Brandon, will
yeah, he
still
did
be
say
doing
that.
that
He did say
report.
that, yeah.
I don't know if it's this week or whatever, but that obviously will have you covered. But most importantly, guys, we really appreciate when you do this for us. Give us 5 stars, 5 flames on iTunes or wherever you listen to this podcast. It really helps us, and especially with what we're entering in, we would really appreciate it. So, we have one more announcement.
One more announcement. There you go.
So the Jobber Knocker was represented on the Cody Rhodes media call yesterday.
Yes, he was.
By our boy TJ at TJ of the JK was on the call. One of his questions was asked, and he got a very eloquent answer from
Yes, he
Cody.
did. Yep.
So hopefully we have more stuff like that in the future. But as you saw, if you were following the Jobber Knocker feed on Twitter, I always love going on and seeing the conference calls. It was nice that we were able to have our voice in there too. TJ did a great job. So shout out to our boy. Make sure you're following him and read his shit, man.
Yeah,
Did I miss anything?
I don't think you did. I still can't believe he got on the call. He said to me that he was going to do it, and I'm like, yeah. And then when it started happening, I'm like, wow, I wonder what his source is. I wonder how he schmoozed on to there, but that's fine. But anyway, I'm very excited. And you know what? Because we're in a good mood and it's a big week for wrestling, I am actually going to start the shine this week.
You'll always be in my shine. Mwah.
So there's only one place to start, in my opinion, and literally, this is what went through my head. Ready? Bum, bum, ba bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. I was loving it, right? So in my head, all I could think about was Dominic got what was coming to him. Dominic got what was coming to him. I was loving it. It was just like Dominic got a beating. That's exactly what I wanted. It was everything I ever dreamed of, JC. I was so freaking happy. You come out there and you have Rey Mysterio come out there and do whatever. Brock comes out of nowhere. I was so into it. And then the minute he started flinging that kid, I was all in. It was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable, but I was so in. So in.
And see, you're celebrating it for the wrong reasons. Dominic put Brock Lesnar over
stop.
big time.
Stop.
That was the best Brock Lesnar's looked in forever. Your little boy Baby Seth couldn't do that shit.
Baby Seth, yeah.
He couldn't do this. Dominic is already better than Seth Rollins. I'm going a little too far, but you get the point.
Yeah.
But this was phenomenal. Like they needed something to come out. Obviously, we're going to talk about in a minute the new intro, the pyro, all this. Lesnar, it had a different feel, and then it came out, and they were like, Brock Lesnar, big fucking deal. Big match on Friday. They wanted to make sure make sure that he was the top villain heading into SmackDown on Fox, and this did it because he went after Rey Mysterio, one of the fan favorites, and his kid, his fucking kid, and absolutely obliterated him. This was a great segment.
I don't give a shit about your kids. I love it. I love it. Brock Lesnar has no soul. And the other thing that was really funny about it, it's on Botchamania everywhere you go now on their fan webpage, is just the referee. After the first time, after the second time, he looks at Brock and goes, he actually audibly yells to Brock one more time, and you see Brock go, and he just runs back in. He's like, yeah, I can fucking kill somebody. Oh, God, I was so excited. So anyway, every single time now I hear Brock Lesnar's music, that's what's going to be in my fucking head. Dominic got what was coming to him because I love it. And like, as much as I joke about how much I hate Dominic, I was interested in this entire thing, not necessarily for the players involved, but every time Brock Lesnar does something like that, he makes me feel, and that's the thing. He makes me feel something right then and there. He made me feel uncomfortable, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no,
It's hard to do to make somebody feel something, let alone feel an extreme feeling as it's so much uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. What else do you think you were?
I mean, I want to talk about the new presentation in general.
Okay, let's go for it.
I loved that we started off with an intro again. Raw has an intro again. Like that's one thing. NXT still kind of had it, but it's like Raw and SmackDown either they usually start with like a random video package or a shitty Shane promo or something. But it's just like it just felt more of like the old school wrestling. Like you get the intro and you have the superstars and the music and the everything. And then the freaking pyro starts. The set looks different. The LED monitors were a little much, and I don't think it came off as good as I was expecting, but it was still nice to see a new, unique look. And everyone had pyro except for AJ Styles, which made no fucking sense.
Did Ray have pyro?
I don't remember, but it was just just nice to see. It was like this feels more of what we were used to growing up. We had gotten so used to the blasé, but presentation is so important, especially in a weekly show. Like you need that little extra pizzazz. It's wrestling, man. It's fucking wrestling, and this for the first time in a while, it felt like fucking Monday Night Raw again.
I enjoy pyro. I love a good pop. Who doesn't, right? So I was very excited
Pop
to see.
don't lie, baby.
Pop don't lie, as Ray and JJ would say, or JC.
The fuck is JJ?
JJ Redick, one of my favorite athletes of all time. Did you know he broke both of his arms? That's a whole other issue. Anyway, listen, the pyro standpoint was great. When I saw the actual thing, I went to Tony Hawk Pro Skater in my head. And then, and I can't take that joke along because everybody on Twitter said the same exact thing. But the thing that made me kind of giggle was it had a very Taboo Tuesday keyboard monitor iMac feel when I was looking at it, which, again, not the worst thing in the world, but it was weird because it's like the presentation of it is fine. It's just, and I'm sure we'll get to the commentary team in specifics, but having the commentary table kind of off to the left, right in front of the pyro, which I'm sure is not safety reasons or anything.
I'm sure they zoned that shit out.
You'd think so.
They're
but
professionals.
It was, you know what it is? It's a lot of empty space on the ramp. Like
they're going for that, like so much in TV now with sets. You see it all the time.
Yeah.
We're obviously doing sports. Like it's these big, like empty spaces.
Sure.
They're like a little. They're going for. They like that big thing.
It's a little odd. It really is. And again, I'm being hypercritical, obviously, but I was excited to see the pyro. I was excited to see something different. But you know what's interesting? The minute the show started, it felt the exact same, in my opinion. So
but I will say in terms of this, because another thing I wanted to pay attention to is how do the entrances changed? And there were a couple that really stood out. You know this guy literally already had one of the best presentations in terms of getting you ready for him is fucking pew, 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 Ricochet. Pew. And just like the big wall and everything, like his entrance was fucking dope. He probably had the best entrance on Raw, in my opinion. Like Becky's was good too because he had the fog back and everything. But like
smoke.
In terms like Ricochet's was Cesaro's looked way better with just having the green all the way. But like Ricochet, literally, like that guy comes out, and even if you don't know who he is, you're like, damn, this is impressive. Before he even does his flippy dippies. So in terms of that, I think it enhances it more. And a guy like him, like the way they already present him, I think that is enhanced even more.
How do you feel about the commentary team? Because for me, I thought that Vic Joseph did a great job.
I like Vic Joseph a lot.
I think, here's the thing. I thought that the King did a really good job. It's nice to see the King throw in some Kingisms every once in a while.
He's going to get fucking old real quick.
Oh, but he is. He's like an old shoe, but you can't throw him out. And the other thing that I wanted to get your opinion on was Dio. I don't know much about him, so when I heard him, I thought it was Byron Saxton because he sounds like serious Byron. Like there's not a lot of personality there. And so there's Vic Joseph, who's kind of as we realize. Vic Joseph is kind of the straight guy. King is kind of the ha-ha guy. And then Dio is just kind of like there.
So obviously, like it was bumpy. It wasn't great week one. Even Vic, like he had plenty of gaffes, but it's just like I like that Paul Heyman wanted something completely different to give it a different feel. Because Raw's been the thing where it's been like whatever. You know, the other people are gonna go to Fox and they're gonna be fine. But and Vic's ready for this. It's gonna be an adjustment. But like I literally read, Dio and King didn't really meet each other till like the day before or something. So they never had a conversation. Now they're going on air for 3 hours. So the chemistry, it's going to take a while. Anytime you have something new put together, it's going to take time, especially something like this because there's been no rehearsals or anything.
Sure.
So I'm willing to, especially a guy like Dio, like I had heard the name, but I didn't really know who he was. I'm willing to give him time.
Sure.
Because if there's a reason they're putting him here, he must have some sort of personality that just hasn't come out yet. And we talk about all the time when you have three, especially when you have someone like the King or JBL or Corey Graves, they tend to overshadow.
Yeah.
So it'll be more interesting to see what happens as Dio gets his feet under him. I thought like early in the night, like the King was very overbearing, but I think it's just because he was the veteran. The other guys like kind of like took a step back, but I thought as the night went on, the King kind of pulled back a little and allowed Dio to give more of that analysis. His analysis seemed like solid, but I agree. I think the personality needs to come out, but for me, I'm willing to be patient with this because this is literally week one, and I understand that, and it was very, very bumpy. Like they all were very bumpy, but I'm willing to give it a chance because it is something different, and I'm willing to see what happens.
I will say, if you want a good drinking game during Monday Night Raw, at least for the new commentary team, it was, I talked to this guy earlier. I talked to this woman earlier. I caught up with them in the locker room. They used that device so many times in that 3 hours. I was like, man, I don't drink,
like,
but
Charlie and like Sarah and all them catching up. It's like, do like they just talk like it's like 10 journalists? They're more journalists than wrestlers.
There are.
Yeah. So.
But it's funny how much they use that phrase, like switch up your phrasing, do different things, make it sound as if you actually had the conversation.
Find a different way to like talk about their character.
Exactly.
Like, you know, you don't always need to be like, I talk to them. Like, you know, there's different ways to do it.
Yeah, I think they'll learn, and I think that what we've already said has probably already been relayed back to them. So I'm not necessarily worried about it, but it is there. It is there for sure.
Yeah, and that was kind of a tweener in terms of shining heat. So we need to. Always in the shine.
What does she do?
Mandy?
She's not even on it this week.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Her tag team partner, Sonya Deville, premiered on Total Divas last night. I have not watched yet, but like Mandy and her being such big stars, they got her on there, so she is now part of it. They will both be part of it. It is exciting. So always in the shine, Mandy Rhodes. But you know what else is always in the shine? I didn't really think about this, but like literally these two together like is like my favorite thing ever. Randy Orton and Baron Corbin as the cool kids. I'm gonna stick in a certain lane with all this stuff, but like those two were fucking hysterical, and they make so much sense because they're both assholes.
Yeah, and
like the stuff of like you saw like the fan videos of Corbin sits on his throne, it just breaks, and Orton's like crying like a little girl, like, this stuff I thought was great. These two in particular.
He's reached a status, obviously, he's had for such a long time, but he's reached a status now where he just doesn't give a fuck anyway. Yeah. But it was so funny with the promo. We'll talk, I'm sure, later about it. But it was just like his like, get your head out of Hogan's ass, or like just giggling or whenever anything happened. It was just like he is at a point where he's like, dude, I've won the belt 13, 14 times. Who cares what I do? Every time I'm in the ring, I'm the best wrestler in it, and it's just like he literally is untouchable.
Yes. And then the thing that I really like about him is just like, he comes off as this asshole, but then you see people like a Baron Corbin who's like kind of emulating him, praising him for what he did. The Revival did the same thing before they paired with them. But even like you talking about AEW, who's the guy Cody is always bringing up? It's Randy Orton. He's like, yeah, Randy told me about like he had like a line in the thing that aired last night about like the lights come on, like. It's just there's all these references to him of like that, because Randy Orton just gets it. Mm-hmm. He's one of those guys, like he always looks like he's not trying, but it's like he's just good at it.
Yeah.
And he just gets it. And speaking of just good at it.
What a fucking segue.
We're going to kind of like, it's just kind of mushy here, so we're going to tiptoe, but fucking Rusev comes out, makes the save, and I'm like, babyface push, let's fucking go. Not only that, but we're going to focus on the mega positive here. Rusev, who should be a world champion by now in WWE, got a universal title opportunity in a story that made sense. He came out and saved Seth Rollins, which yes, he was going after the bad guys, but he was like, well, I'm also still Rusev. I also did it because I want a shot at your title, and there's a chance now with Ray out of the picture. That made sense. Everything about this made sense. We had a unique match set up in the main event that I don't remember ever really seeing. It was a spot that Rusev deserves to be in. He's looked like a fucking stud since he's come back, and the match was great. Pause.
And we'll end it there.
Yeah. Where would you like to go next?
Well, it's weird only doing Raw this week. It's throwing me off. I got to say very quickly, I did not expect to enjoy this match, and I think you're going to be mad at me when I say this.
Okay.
I actually very much, for crowd participation, I enjoyed Heavy Machinery versus Rude and Ziggler. I thought
That was a good match.
I thought it was a good match. And you know what was weird? Well, again, the Otis factor of the whatever he's doing. But like every single time he does it, I know like Ben or you or somebody, I forget in the text chain, said something like he should be wearing a singlet, not the fucking little trunks. But
I said it all last week on this podcast, and you were giving me shit.
it's just so funny because the crowd responds to him.
He's over. He's over.
Not Tucker, but I mean Otis. Just Otis. And by the way, Otis on Twitter is hilarious because every time Mandy puts something out, he always retweets it and it has the creepiest retweet. It's so fucking funny. He's just like, "What a beautiful lady, my lady!" Like he's just, I love it. Ducky. Yeah. But yeah, again, I thought it was out of the tag team matches I saw this week. I thought that one, for some reason, which had no business being good,
Well, it
was
was unique, and also like you like to give him shit, but like Ziggler works well with everyone.
He does.
He makes people look good, and Rude like has come off. Rude has done a good job too. I usually give him shit sometimes for his wrestling because he's very basic, but I thought this just worked. This worked, and another thing that worked is we finally, I feel like, had the AJ Cedric match that we were looking for in terms of just letting them wrestle.
Oh yeah.
This was the final thing, but like this match was it the best match of the week? I think so. Super hot fire. I enjoyed it.
It was.
It was, of course, it was Monday Night Rerun, but it seems like this was it. But it was just, finally, it was like, there was the thing was like, oh my God, Cedric might do it. Like, the reversals were fantastic. I just thought this was a well put together match.
Yep, yeah, and anytime I get a Styles clash, I'm ready to love it. I love that move. I know it's dangerous and the whole neck breaking thing. However, when I watched this entire
The way
thing,
he reversed into it was dope again.
Everything about this match was hard hitting. It was fast. It was slow. It was everything that you needed it to go up and down. It was great. It probably was the best match in the card on Monday. Yeah. I was very excited about it. Again, I don't know. Everybody's like, "Oh, Cedric's getting buried," but I don't know if that's the case. I mean, he's in a 2-3 segment match with AJ Styles. I'll take that all day. You tell me I'm losing, go tell his family he's losing because he ain't losing.
Thing, if they put the title on him now, where do they go from there?
Right, exactly.
It's better to have him like I think a lot of times with the underdog baby faces, you give them like we've seen it like kind of with Ricochet, chances. You know, so.
I would say that there were a lot of good stuff about it, but it was just I don't understand people's thought process when they say, "Oh,
because everything like I want it now."
I want it now.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna not get it now. That's what you're not getting.
You know what I am getting that I like though?
Oh boy.
You know with AOP? Yeah, you know me. I still love these vignettes. These guys are coming off like such badasses, just talking about violence. Oh, I can feel it. I'm like, these guys, like if they continue to present them like this, they are going to be fucking amazing. These guys are great. And you're going to buy in. You're going to come around. It's going to happen. This shit is good. This is a good presentation right now.
Do you think that they're eventually going to be somebody's bodyguards? Because I feel as if that is an outside chance that they are not going to be a tag team right away.
They could revert to that, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's a lot of times how they bring up tag teams.
But they've already been in. They've won tag titles.
But that's why I think they're going to come back, and whatever show they end up on, they're going to be a serious force, and they're going to be in a feud with a major babyface, whether it's the Usos or the New Day, like some sort of big babyface. They're going to beat the fuck out of them, and they're going to move on and win the titles. Like, and I think they're going to have a long reign. Like, this is a team that could win the titles within 2 months, hold them through Mania, and maybe some babyface team beats them at Mania. Like, I wouldn't be surprised. The Usos are rumored to come out on SmackDown if they fucking came out and ruined their return and beat the living fuck out of them, and there's your feud. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just think they're going to be put in a position with a top babyface team, and then eventually get those titles and run with them for a long time. They're built as that type of team to do it.
Oh, sure. There's a very Ultimate Warrior feel to them. Like, they don't lose. They just come in, destroy,
They're
and
ass kickers.
Yeah, and that's great. I mean, they don't have a lot of athletic prowess in terms of what, not every tag team needs to be a fucking wrist hold kind of match, and that's fine. But you did, however, ruin Akam for me because every time I see these promos, I go, there's a big body on that little head.
I know.
Every time I watch it, it's like...
Whereas Razor looks like he would literally kill me.
Razor looks like he would beat me up and snort me through his nose and spit me back out. Versus Akam's like, I like violence.
Well, I think I don't know if you put like a bandana on his head or something, but you need to do something to make his head look bigger. Because it's just like the bald, like little head. Yeah, it does.
It's weird. It's fucking weird. But again, slim pickings because again, it's effective.
This is the best they've ever been presented, I think.
Probably, at least hopefully they actually don't come back with vests. Let them have a different look. I
would think they're out of the vest.
I hope so, because if it isn't, then it doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe Drake Maverick will come back with them in a vest.
Please, God, no. Please, I forgot about the Piss Boy.
You got anything else in the shine?
Well, we had Cesaro versus Ricochet, didn't we?
I kind of brought that up.
Okay, well, you brought
was
up
a
the
squash
entrance.
match.
But it was fun. I thought it was good. I thought it was great.
One of those guys is on a much different trajectory than the other right now. That's all.
Yes, unfortunately. I didn't understand what Cesaro was wearing per se, but
yeah,
that's
he
fine.
was dressing like capri, dressed like capri like white.
Somebody said he was
slacks.
doing his best Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy. You don't know who that is,
I
probably.
do know who Orange Cassidy is. He's the guy who did the suicide dive without
There you
fucking
go.
moving his arms.
There you go. So there you go. Something else that I don't think it's necessarily a shine or a heat. I just want to say Natty versus Lacey. Technically, nothing was wrong with that match. We give them both a very, very hard time on this program.
I will.
So
the low point was when Vic said she grabbed the tights, and it's like, well, the tie doesn't wear tights, but we got the point. But
he grabbed her vagina.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I think
Put him in the butt. You know,
I
like,
think
what do you
people have
do?
fatigue with this feud.
Yeah, it's.
But I don't know if it's over. Like
I just had to say, hey, you know what? We give a lot of shit to these people on these programs.
you give a lot of shit,
Okay, whatever. But I just thought, you
as
know,
we've been over.
Nasty.
she did a
she's
great
great.
job. She
If
did a
you
great
don't
job.
follow her on Twitter or Instagram and just like the fucking charade she pulls, like
Charades.
it is like she is must follow because she is just damn entertaining. She did something like where like the person who drove her car like didn't bring her a coffee or something. It was hilarious. Just her on Instagram like rolling her eyes as a guy's trying to be nice to her. It's good shit. It's good extra
Good
content
shit.
that she's creating on her own.
All right, do we hit the button now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get him off my TV! Get him off my TV! Get him off my TV!
Should we go back to the main event?
Oh yeah. I mean, let's just do it.
So, he was part of my hope for a different reason last week.
Oh, you're
but
so screwed.
Bobby Lashley.
What a comeback.
Welcome back. He interrupts the great Universal title match we had, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But they literally all night, they were just hammering home this Lana thing. Like they did the backstage interview where he blew it off, and then commentary during the match. I'm like, Lana's coming back tonight, and they're gonna do something with this bullshit. Like I don't know if it's maybe with, like Mike Kanellis or something, but they kind of dropped that too because Maria did a promo where she pretty much said Rusev isn't the father. So that was thrown out the window. So it's like, okay, why'd we even do that? So then out comes Bobby Lashley, and I was like, they're not going to do this. There's no fucking way. And he's literally pointing to the stage, and no one's coming out.
Oh, that was awkward.
And then all of a sudden he does it again, and her music hit, and I was like, dun, dun, dun. I'm bumping. And then I was like, oh, no. I'm still bumping, but I'm like, oh, fuck no. And then, like, they go in, they, like, hug, and I'm like, okay, there's no way, like, they're going to make out. Because, like, Rusev and Lana are married. But no. Fucking Bobby. That a boy Bobby just starts fucking macking the town with Lana. I was uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, are they about to fucking bone? And like the cutaways to Rusev. Rusev is a fucking superstar, man. Cutting back to him, and he just had like the face like anyone would have if they were seeing this. Like, it was just that mix of like just embarrassment / ups. Like it just was everything it needed. But God, this storyline sucks. Like I know what they're trying to do because they're like, you know what? We're committing to Rusev as a babyface. And this is how they're deciding to get him, like, over, which, if you saw that match, they were screaming Rusev Day the entire time. This guy doesn't need this to become a top babyface. Just let him be a babyface like you started to with this fucking saving Seth and all this bullshit. But they decided to go this extra route. And with Bobby fucking Lashley, the guy who should be a dominator, a destroyer, presented like he was in TNA or wherever, where he had like 20 titles and looked like a badass. But instead, you're having him fucking cuck Rusev. And now we have the uncucks, as someone said on Twitter with Rusev. And just like,
Oh, God.
I mean, you can try to defend this to me, but
Oh, God, no. I refuse to. You know what's funny? There are certain points in my fandom where I look back and go, man, this might have been a point where I stopped watching wrestling. Listen, if you like cucking and you like all that stuff, like that's completely up to you. I'm not going to say anything about it. For me, I'm not into that.
Paul
kind of,
Heyman clearly likes cucking.
that might be his thing. And again, you know what? That's up to him. If that's what you like, good for you. Like,
No,
you
get
know,
it off
whatever.
my TV.
But so here's the difference. I don't want it on my television because I feel like as much as we were excited about Brock Lesnar making us feeling uncomfortable, and this made us feel uncomfortable in a different way.
Yeah.
I will say it is nice to see Lashley. I'm very excited. I enjoyed the Randy Orton and Corbin aspect
my
of
God,
the
they were
laughter and
fucking-
giggling like
ugh.
little schoolgirls while this is going on. But I will say, I had a theory when I was watching this. And it felt like it was in slow-mo because it felt like it went on forever. I think what ended up happening was they realized the baby angle with Mike wasn't going anywhere. So Mike probably, like, if you notice, Mike actually was at home on his Twitter. He's like, actually, I'm home tonight with
Yeah.
my kid. And she was there. Like in my head, again, I have no proof in this. This is just a Nestle theory. Is just, you get to it and you go, okay, he's home, she's there. Maybe they forgot about that and they're going to just do something else with that. And now the cuck angle has changed into this weird-ass fucking Rusev, Bobby Lashley mess.
I legitimately think they're doing both. Because ever since
I hope
Rusev has
not.
come back, they've been talking about how Lana isn't there. How Lana isn't there and how on social media they haven't been like doing their normal thing. She's just posting sexy pictures and he's just responding to trolls on Twitter. Like, so I
hope it's just one. If it's both, then
I
I'm
think
really
I
going to be
think we're
on.
gonna have both. It's just one's now in a major storyline, like main event level, which Rusev Lashley, sign me up. But at the same time, it's just like this way. No, those two are fucking behemoth ass kickers. Why do we need a love triangle? And then fucking Lana, are we ever like? It's just we literally already had this storyline with Dolph Ziggler
Yeah.
and Summer Rae.
Yeah.
And here we are, like, what is that? 4 years ago now.
Here's something I thought I'd never say ever. Lana is not the best. Lana is not number one.
Clearly, she is because everyone wants her.
I don't think, honestly, I think she's fucking this entire thing up. I think here's where I'm gonna go in a different route. I think she's Yoko Ono. I think she's title blocking her husband.
Well, you know what?
That's what I think she's doing.
Hashtag Aiden knew.
Yes.
Aiden English was trying to tell us about
Yep,
this.
exactly.
And he knew. Aiden was right.
Look, all I
Aiden
have to
was
say
right.
is, again, I think she's ruining her husband's chances of being a top guy. That's what I think she's doing right now. Because this right here, there were certain instances and trajectories and peaks and valleys of a wrestling character, and you remember certain things, highs and lows. To me, this is a low.
Yeah.
For me, as
That's
a
the thing.
character,
We're
as a
coming
fan.
off a big high. Rusev came back, made a babyface save.
Yep.
Was the Rusev Day chants were back. Was in the main event of Monday Night Raw fighting for the Universal Championship. It was literally at the peak. And then it was literally like he's hanging by the stick rope. They took out a fucking chainsaw. And now he's falling pew, into the arms of Bobby Lashley. I still don't know how to do a song. Is that how it goes?
I don't know.
Sounds like heavy machinery.
They all sound like backing up trucks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. Again, it very much upset me. We're into this.
Can we move on?
Yes, let's move on, please.
Should we get to the crown jewel?
Oh, blood money? I forgot about that.
Let me just start with this, because you had the promo, whatever. Like, it was the highest rated segment on Raw, apparently, in forever. So clearly it worked. But, like, enough. Like, everything The Miz doing right now sucks because they don't know how to present him. This Hogan and Flair thing, like, Ric Flair didn't remember any of his lines. He kept trying to jump ahead, and Miz kept trying to be like, actually, Rick. It was just fucking awkward. But whatever. It's fucking Ric Flair in a wrestling ring. We're all happy, and we had a fucking racist motherfucker across from him. But then we're going this Team Crown Jewel thing, and for some reason, we need to have Seth Rollins as the captain. Okay, and out comes Orton. Like, whatever. The back and forth, like you said, wasn't bad. But it's just like, we're doing a 5-on-5 elimination tag match at Crown Jewel, which is right before Survivor Series, where the whole fucking point of Survivor Series is a 5-on-5 elimination tag. So we're either going to get like multiple of these within the same month, or they're changing Survivor Series, which maybe they make it a true SmackDown versus Raw, and there's not. But like, still, even those would be part of the format. So I am at a loss of why this is happening at this time, because it's literally, what is it? It's October 30 something?
It's on Halloween.
Yeah, it's on Halloween. And then, like, the next month is Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And you're doing a 5-on-5 elimination tag at Blood Money. Like,
Blood Money.
My fucking mind is just, and, like, that's what I don't understand.
I am a real American.
Fight for the rights of every man if they look like me.
Wow.
That's what he is.
You know, people on Twitter are crazy. I think I told you guys this on our thread, but there were some people, some people need to grow up, honestly, and it's just...
You don't say.
But they made a comment about, oh, now I see why Rusev wanted to be on Hogan's team, because Lashley, and I was like, that is so fucking stupid.
Jesus Christ.
Like, come on, man, just don't be like that. That's why that, in my opinion, that's why our culture, our world, even the United States specifically, is in a fucking toilet. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what are we? I don't want to get political, but Jesus, like, what are we doing?
Twitter's
here?
a cesspool, man.
It is.
It can be a wonderful place, but it's equally as horrible.
The wrestling
place.
community is awesome, and then sometimes just fucking dreadful, like
It's
drizzling
not
shit.
just the wrestling community, but yeah.
It's awful, fucking dreadful. So yeah, but anyway, so the Hogan thing happens, and of course the Ric Flair thing happens. we know our boy Ray Ray will most likely be over in Saudi Arabia, being, representing the Knocker as he normally does, and I hope he stays safe. And for those reasons, I hope everything goes well.
Cash that check, homie.
Yeah, seriously. As long as Ray Ray's okay at the end of it, I'm fine. That I'm more excited to know that Ray's okay versus watching this goddamn pay-per-view. But I almost expected them to say it was going to be Hogan versus Ric Flair in a match.
I think we were all thinking that.
And
literally, Renee commented
Yeah.
like something like Dream Match, and like all the wrestlers were quoting.
Stop
Tyler Breeze
it.
was like, "Stop it!" I
Yeah.
was like, "Yes."
Stop it. It's just, how many times can you... I feel like Saudi Arabia, when they just wheel these people out, it's like, oh, we're back in 20 years ago where everybody was, still doing
that's
whatever.
whatever. And that's like, if you're gonna wheel like this geriatric shit,
Sure.
do it over there because they're fucking paying for it.
Sure.
Like, I'm sure the Undertaker will be wrestling again. That fucking geriatric's gonna be like, paycheck, feed me paycheck. We'll probably get Goldberg Ziggler again, which I'll watch that.
But what if you get so is there any matchup there
No,
that you could ever really...
Randy Orton and Baron Corbin like together is great.
Sure.
So I will enjoy that aspect of it. I'm curious to see what they do with the rest of the teams because, like, as annoying as like multi-man tags can be, I still kind of get excited for Elimination Survivor Series style. Like if they make
There's
it
no
mean
point.
something.
There's
I know,
no
but it's still,
point.
I still find it exciting because I always find it fascinating, like how they do the eliminations and who they decide to push as like the sole survivor and stuff. Like I find that version of it like exciting. But the part that just baffles me is we're doing this a month before the pay-per-view, where that's literally the premise of the pay-per-view. So I don't understand if they're scrapping that from Survivor Series or if they're just gonna fucking rerun it again a month later.
Oh, yeah. I think they're going to replay that everything they can. I mean, God damn it, we get 6-man tags all the time anyway, so they think they do that so very much
AEW's
well.
got a 6-man tag tonight.
You know what? That's fine, but that's
Jericho
the
and
main
LAX
event.
versus the Elite.
You know what? I'm willing to say that all 6-man tags are not created equal because Ring of Honor has 6-man tag belts. And you know what? That division is a division. I'm okay with that. You know where they have 6-man tags? In that division. If AEW has a decent 6-man tag and make sure they don't do it all the fucking time, I'll be okay with it. But if they do it at nauseum, yeah, I'll fucking change the channel too.
Well, they've done it on every show so far, so.
We'll see what happens, folks.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if Nestle loses his goddamn mind tonight. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, anything else that gets you very, very hot and bothered? Are we almost done?
No, the only other note I had was, I mean, I didn't dislike it, but Sasha, do you want to talk about Sasha versus Alexa with Becky running
That
in?
hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. I was so excited to see Sasha and Bliss go at it, and it felt as if it was, let's throw Bliss out the door and get ready to go to Becky.
Well, it's just the thing about when Sasha and Alexa like meet up, like it's more of like the pre-match circumstance because like everyone makes such a big deal about how they hate each other and they both play into it so beautifully like all week on social media, and then you have the fucking little fangirls just fighting, which is hilarious. But yeah, it would just, the match seemed like a quick afterthought, and they're continuing to just like throw the tag team champions aside. Like Nikki wasn't even there this week, and Sasha and Becky, like, I mean, they've been ready to go, obviously. That's why they already had a match, but it's just like now it's just like, this just seemed like, oh yeah, we're just going to put him out there so Becky can have her fog, and just, it was like a check mark. You know how we always do that? So,
Checkpoint, baby.
yeah. So in terms of that, I guess it's heat because it didn't really develop anything.
No, and it didn't do anything for Becky either. I don't think it does anything.
Shall
Anyway,
we get hopeful?
We can get hopeful. We didn't hit the, well, okay.
You're my only hope.
We still haven't hit detective, but I'm just saying,
Oh, well, that's your job.
No, I know. I'm just letting you know it's still lurking out there.
Okay, well then
Well,
you're
let's
gonna...
go. No, we're in hope. Go ahead. Go do your hope.
Well, my hope is a transition off of Sasha and Becky. So I might as well keep it there. I'll keep it brief. You know, I had a great hope last week. That's going to come true. Kofi Kingston will be walking out of Fox with the WWE title, as I said last week, because hashtag JC knows, hashtag JC hopes I'm true. If you're listening to this on Saturday, then I might sound like an idiot, but right, you're probably not. My hope this week is that on Sunday at da-na-na-na, hell, da-na-na-na, Inner Cell, Sasha Banks wins the Raw Women's Championship.
Nice.
But not only that, going forward, she actually fucking defends it this time and has a long, successful reign and is built as the top heel and the poster woman of Monday Night Raw. So, because that also adds more intrigue to next week of like, is Becky going to end up on SmackDown again? So I think this is the best for everyone involved. Get that championship on Sasha. Hell, who knows? Maybe Bayley loses to Charlotte. Maybe they add that match to Hell in a Cell and she loses too. And I have Sasha and Charlotte as the two figureheads.
Sure.
So, but that's what I'm looking for is hashtag JC's hopes come true. Hashtag JC knows. Sasha Banks, the new Raw Women's Champion.
Being the detective that I am, I'm going to keep going with what I love most, and that's this man right here.
Yowie, wowie!
I cannot get enough of this man.
Can
So
you
I
hit the
think
other button?
what?
We're not doing.
No. This is a hope, and then I'm gonna get into the detective. What?
Well, make your hope quick. I want the music. I want to dance.
I know.
I got to dance Solana though. Dun, dun,
And, wow, you really like to dance. Anyway, here's my hope. Friday night SmackDown is going to be airing, and of course, if you listen to this on Saturday,
On
Sunday,
Fridays?
on Fridays. So here's my hope for the big premiere, as they say. They have all these legends out there. They're literally strolling out every geriatric
If you
driver.
smell.
So there's my hope, folks. I want an interaction to go. If you smell what The Rock is.
No fucking way.
That's why it's a hope.
Okay.
And that's why it's a hope, because if it does, think about, you want to fucking launch, you want to fucking catapult somebody into a stratosphere that is almost close to the rockosphere. I'm talking about John Cena level-ish, even if anybody. That's what I want. I think having, if it's an Austin, an Undertaker, whatever it is, Sting, whatever, you gotta have the Fiend interact with somebody that he can just eat.
Feed me. Feed.
You missed the layup here. Fiend me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that before.
But if it's The Rock, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. However, it probably won't be, because it'll end up being something stupid like Mike Kanellis saying, "Rock, are you the father?" Rock bottom, people's elbow, eyebrow out of there.
Oh my God, that's actually what's gonna
That's
happen.
probably what's gonna happen. But because The Rock, has a long strudel and talks about how much sex he has, so I imagine that'd be the thing, because that's The Rock. However, I really hope that's not the case. If it is the Fiend, I'll lose my shit. I doubt it. But again, that's why we get hopeful, and I think that as long as they do something right by the Fiend, which they haven't screwed up yet, I think I'm very, very much excited.
Cool, great. Hashtag Nessa's hopes gonna come true. Let's go. Next.
You want to hit the button?
Yeah.
Wow, one of these days I
I
really
have more room to dance today.
You have more.
We're in a bigger room
We're in the
today.
big studio today, so you got a lot of room.
I should have
Okay,
just got up and started doing cartwheels.
you probably could have actually, although please don't take up the table with you. Anyway, so
The table.
the table. So here we are, Firefly Funhouse. It happens, and Rambling Rabbit dead for the 14th time. It feels like. And Bray doesn't give a shit. Like, just throws him out and does not care. Why? Because he's hurt and heal. He'll probably come back next week or maybe after the fact. I don't see that happening for a very long time, because in the world of the Firefly Funhouse, people die and come back to life all sorts of different times. So it seemed like that was kind of a thing. And I also thought it was a nice little thing here as I put on my detective hat. Rambling Rabbit, as we've talked about, has basically been the voice of reason, has been like the only shy one, has been scared, whatever. So the fact that we're getting closer and closer and closer to your Hell in the Cell, it seems like all the inhibitions are out the window. That's what, in my opinion, that was the kind of the personification of everything, was that his worries are gone. He's excited. He's going to hurt Seth in a way that never is going to come close to anything else we've seen, I think. This Hell in a Cell match, probably putting too much stock into it, but I think this is going to be a gruesome one. One way or another, I'm very, very excited. Oh, yeah.
He's tearing down that fucking cage.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fucking schmoz fest, bro.
Okay. I don't doubt that. And we have to talk about very specifically, he had the black frame up last week. It was taken down this week. We thought the black frame was specifically for Braun.
The black sheep of the Wyatt
Black
family.
sheep of the Wyatt family, and it's not there, interestingly enough, when it got taken down. Why would he take down a picture? And I thought to myself, maybe there's something else there. And something else that needs to be connected was at the middle of it, he goes, I'm going to go try to talk to the Fiend. Or no, he didn't even say the Fiend. He just said, I'm going to go talk to him.
Yeah.
And you notice he didn't say the Fiend's name. He didn't say the Fiend's name at all. He said he'll, or he will, or whatever. He never said the Fiend's name. Now, you can go different ways. It could be like Beetlejuice, or it could be the way that I might be thinking it is. And this is where the plot thinkens in my imagination. There is a possibility that Bray Wyatt is not talking about the Fiend. And he says, I got to go make sure he plays nice with Seth Rollins. I think the crumbs have led me to this assumption.
Oh no. He's got a pet?
He has somebody in his corner who is going to help him win the Universal Championship, because he's already the Fiend. Why would he need to go back and forth? I think there is a strong possibility that Seth Rollins loses this championship because of somebody basically killing his dreams and helping the Fiend when the Fiend has somebody with him. And that person, I believe, based on having that picture taken down, based on the fact that Braun has not been seen, based on the fact that they have a long history together, and he said, we're not done yet. You got a lot to owe me. And Braun Strowman left the Wyatt family high and dry to get drafted to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
They never really had a comeuppance. Maybe he feels bad. And I think we're going to see Braun come out.
Or maybe he let him in.
He's going to rip that door off. We're going to think, holy shit, he's going to beat everybody up and he's going to do all those things. And I think they're going to swerve us. I think that Braun Strowman is going to somehow be controlled by the Fiend.
I like this. And I'm big on Braun staying as a babyface.
Oh,
just
yeah.
'cause it's natural. But, like, if they did it this way, because it eventually could set up, like, Bray and Braun of this unstoppable force, but eventually we get the flip and we have that feud. But this is a good way to start it in the meantime to build up the Fiend as this unstoppable champion. So
Yep.
I like what you got here, Detective.
Yeah, I sat there a long time. There's other stuff too, but that was really the best way to end. I think I got to end on a high note. But that is, I'm hoping and praying, it's an additional hope that this happens. If Braun comes out at Hell in a Cell, I'm going to lose my fucking mind because I'm going to be just glued to that television and hoping that I'm correct. But there's something there that they're not saying. Because everybody else is freaking about the lady laughing and crying and they think it's Liv Morgan, which may or may not happen someday, but Liv Morgan is going to be a non-factor in a Hell in a Cell. Braun Strowman was left off TV for a reason.
So you're saying there's someone on the wing. Something.
Something. In the wing, yes. So there you go, folks. Hopefully that gets you excited for this card that has not been announced at all.
We have 3 matches,
We have
which
3
we'll get
matches.
to soon. But first,
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
who you got?
I was going to give it to Rusev until he got cucked, so I am going to change mine up into, let's just say I'm going to give it to the one and only, in my opinion, Vic Joseph, because
Wow.
I love this guy. I thought his presentation on 205 Live, the Cruiserweight Report, as Joe would call it, I loved his delivery. I thought he's very straight and narrow in his delivery. I thought he's a very much a newsman, anchory, nonsense, like no nonsense, I guess, way of describing
He's
it.
more of that play-by-play I think we're looking for right now.
He is very much not Jim Nance, but Jim Nance
Hello,
light.
friends. I'm Vic Joseph.
Yeah, it's just he's very much non-threatening. He's not annoying. He
He's
says
also
the right amount.
tall as fuck.
Yeah,
He's like 7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. Bada boom. Tallest announcer in the room. How you do?
until Dio stands next to him. It was actually funny. Somebody
He's like 6'7".
Somebody made a great thing. They had the King. The
King was like a midget.
They had the King, Vic, and then Dio, and it looks like Self-Road coverage. It's just like, that's so fucking funny. But yeah, listen, I'm excited for him. It's a really huge opportunity. I'm super jealous because I would love to be in that position. But I mean, God damn it, I hope he does well, and I hope that he does everything that he can be because, again, this is a fresh coat of paint.
I like it.
So I'm excited for him.
So I was prepared to give my comeback to, the people that actually came back this weekend. Bobby Lashley, happy to see him back. I could give it to Lana, who I'm also coming back, which I guess by default.
No,
I'm
please.
giving it to the Son, baby.
Oh, okay. I'm giving you 30 seconds, and then we're cutting it off.
Let the beat drop.
And then YouTube takes us down.
Nah. That's my comeback, is Lana's theme song, because ain't no jam like a Lana jam.
Because Lana Jam don't stop.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's everything up into the big finish. So do we want to get into the big finish?
We might as well. You got to finish. So we are going to get to our draft of Monday Night JC versus Friday Night Nestle.
Wow,
But
you could have
first,
undersold that.
we're going to preview Hell in a Cell in this long card of 3 matches. There's some that might be added, but you know what? That's why we have a website. So maybe we'll put up the early picks early and add as the week goes on. I don't fucking know.
Poor
But
Danny.
we're going to pick these 3 matches right now. So give us 5 flames, 5 stars on iTunes, Podomatic, Google Play, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, archived on YouTube, website Jobberknocker, already pimped all that shit. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Jobberknocker, at GC of the JK, at DQ of the JK, at Ray of the JK, at Billy D2411, at Joe Pollock 47, at TJ of the JK, at The Real DOB Cox. everywhere you want to be on social media, at Nutzelmania. So the 3 matches. First, we have a tag team match player. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Hell. Inner Cell Bludgeon Brothers. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, who I don't think are going by that name, but people don't forget. Who you got?
You know what's funny? I really want to do this.
Here comes the big dog. The big dog, Roman Reigns.
He's 0 for 1 against Eric Rowan.
So he's 0 for, well, he's probably not 0 for 1. I'm sure if we go back into
I'm
the
sure he's
fucking
beat him up there
eons.
when he was feuding with Bray.
Yeah, exactly. He ate a 6-second, whatever. Anyway. There's so much that I could think about in this matchup, but I'm going to keep it real simple. I picked Rowan last time. So theoretically, you'd think the feud isn't over. So you pick the big dog and the plant guy. But you know what? I'm going to let it ride. I'm picking the bludgeoning. I think something weird is going to happen. Some smaj, some schmaz, some gaga is going to happen. I'm going to pick the bludgeons.
You know what? I got your gaga. I see your gaga and I raise it because I think Daniel Bryan is still the mastermind. It's going to look like they're going to win. They're doing their yes chants and who was. But then Daniel Bryan gets that smile and he backs off and the bludgeons bludgeon Roman Reigns and they pin Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan purposely loses because he's still a bad guy. And we now have the bludgeon triplets. So I'm picking Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, who got their names back.
Fickle.
He is. He's a fickle man.
He is a fickle Rick.
So we both got the Wyatt family bludgeon brothers of Rowan and Harper.
That
Next
is-
up, we have a Hell in a Cell match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. The champion, defends against the boss,
hit
Sasha
the button.
Banks. Go ahead. I can't reach it.
It's boss time.
That conveniently is my pick.
Conveniently, as you've already said in your
That was my hope.
your
Doesn't
hope,
mean
so
but I pick it, but I'm picking it. It's boss time, baby, in a cell.
I also have to pick boss time only because the way that they're describing everything, it's throwing me off in terms of SmackDown. Is Becky going to move to SmackDown? I feel as if they're going to do it. So that seems to be the logical choice here, that Sasha can pretty much own that division until
Yeah.
Ronda comes back. So
And if she loses, she's going to SmackDown. So.
that's true. So
All right.
one or the other.
So now what we perceive as the main event.
Yes.
The another Hell in a Cell match.
Hell.
For the WWE Universal Championship. Seth Rollins, the champion, hopefully for not much longer, will defend against The Fiend.
Yowie wowie.
Bray Wyatt with likely mixed in. And give me The Fiend, man. I think this probably is going to be a no contest because I think they're going to drag it out. But just give me The Fiend officially.
You want the Fiend.
I want The Fiend. I want The Fiend. Give me The Fiend with that fucking fruit roll-up title.
Fiend me more.
Championships.
I'm excited for it.
So we're all on the same page for the 3 matches that are booked.
So there's a lot of matches that could potentially happen. Possibly, maybe.
Possibly, potentially, maybe.
Yep. Cyber Ducket.
All right.
But I don't even know if it's worth even getting into because I feel like we're getting into like a super fantasy.
Again, check on the website.
Yeah.
When we get matches.
as
they'll
long
be
as
up
if
there.
anybody can give us ideas of what may go on, that's great.
I'm assuming Charlotte Charlotte Bailey.
Baby.
Nakamura Ali for the IC title. New Day versus Revival again. These are all possibilities.
Rude and Ziggler versus the Vikings.
I don't think they're going to blow that load quick.
I know. It's
But
just-
it wouldn't surprise me.
The OC for the 14th time losing.
Hey man, they got rid of the hats on.
I don't know. There's a lot. I think they're going to blow their wad on Friday night. That Sunday is kind of an afterthought.
Well, I'm ready to blow my load on this draft. Can we do it?
Let's enter
Raw versus SmackDown. So how do we want to do this?
Nestlemania versus
Can
JC.
we draft anyone? Even if I draft the SmackDown champion, you can draft a Raw champion.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's
And,
do it. So, hold on. Let's set the ground rules out for people
Well,
at home.
so tag teams can be drafted together, except for the New Day. Kofi is a separate entity. Agreed?
Correct.
But all the other tag teams are a thing. AJ is
twofer.
not with the OC. He's
Not as
separate
with the
as
OC.
well.
Yes. But
And
however,
so-
so we're strictly staying to no NXT, no UK,
You can
no
take whatever
nothing.
you want, man.
Okay.
You can take them if you want.
Top 15 picks because we'll be here all day
Yeah,
otherwise.
and if we have more time, maybe we'll do more. But you know
I
what?
doubt it. Let's go.
Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first? Should we snake it?
I'll let you pick first.
You're giving me the number
I'll
one
give you the
overall
number one
pick.
overall pick. Remember, there's only 15 slots, baby.
I'm really gonna piss you off.
Okay.
Number 1 pick.
fuck are you doing? This is not anything.
I draft the Fiend Bray Wyatt,
Jesus.
number 1 overall. He is going to be the face of Monday Night JC, and I can't fucking wait.
Wow.
I wasn't going to do that. I was planning on picking someone else.
Why did you pick never mind. It's fine. You can pick
wanna
whatever.
dance.
You
Come
just
on.
want to dance. So your number 1 pick is The Fiend. That's great.
Now you
That's
get
wonderful.
back-to-back picks.
I get back-to-back picks. So I will pick first off Brock Lesnar because I think
Okay.
that Brock Lesnar is an absolute stud. And because I have to build up my women's division, I'm going to pick Charlotte only because she goes, the rest of the division goes with her. So she is my she's my number 2, but really number 3 overall.
Well, I was planning on taking Charlotte one of my next 2 picks, but I got to take...
Here comes the big dog. The big dog, Roman Reigns.
I should have taken him number 1 overall because he's the best in the company, but I knew you wanted the Fiend, so I had to steal him. And my next pick, this is a tough one because I don't think I'm going to get the other one I want on the way back, but
Oh, no.
you know what? I got to do it. I'm taking Becky Lynch,
Wow.
the last kicker.
Wow. I
Yeah.
did not expect you to pick her that high.
I mean, she's like the top woman in the company right now.
That's true. Are you looking at a list?
I have the roster up, but I'm just looking at the champion, so it's not helpful. You're up. You got 2 picks. Let's go.
I gotta, you know what's funny? I'm looking at it thinking there's certain people. I'm gonna say I will pick Braun Strowman. Right out of
You
the gate.
motherfucker.
Yep. Braun freaking Strowman.
Damn it.
Braun is my
Thought I
guy.
could get him.
Yep, not gonna happen. I think this is just us to just be spiteful to each other. It's not really necessarily.
You kind of know the guys that I
Yeah,
want.
yeah. Is that, so then,
Someone hasn't been picked yet. He's only the face of Raw.
nah, whatever. Let him dive down. His stock has gone so far down. He's sitting for night 2 with a
I'm going to
draft.
start drafting cruiserweights before I draft that bum.
We're all gonna do that. There's so much more I could be thinking about, but I'm gonna go with the tag teams here.
Ooh.
I think that I'm gonna pick what I believe to be the best tag team in the WWE. I'm going to pick the Viking Raiders.
What?
Yes.
Wow, you could have got them much later.
Nope.
That's a reach.
I
We have our
love.
first reach, folks.
I think the Viking rating. The
I do
Viking
too,
Raiders
but-
are amazing, and I think that they are going to be a tag team forever in this thing. So there
All
you go.
right. Well, I'm happy with this. Sasha Banks, come on down. And now I have one more. Ooh, this is a tough one. You know what? I got to do it. He's too good not to have been drafted yet. Give me AJ Styles. Also, I'll put these on the website. I'll make a little thing with our rosters here if you guys want to follow along. I'll try to do that today.
And then we're
but
going to figure out who has the best roster,
It's
right?
clearly already me.
Clearly
You drafted a part-timer, number 1 overall. Have fun with that.
Yeah, because he's amazing.
You're up. You got 2 picks.
Let's see. I don't have the actual roster in front of me, so I'm going with what I remember. I am going to pick Kevin Owens.
Wow.
Kevin Owens.
Okay. I respect that pick. I like it.
Yeah, and then for my women, for my girls, I am going to pick. I thought about picking Mandy just to piss you off.
Well, you get Sonya with her.
Oh, that's true.
Just
it's
like
a
you
twofer.
get Bliss and Cross together, too.
That's a two. You know what? Bliss is very high on my list. I'm going to take Bliss Cross.
I shouldn't have said anything because I was
Yes.
going to take them next.
Yeah, Bliss Cross.
Jump. That's a good pick.
It is. It
I
is a
do.
good pick.
I like that pick a lot. So now this is where we get King Corbin. Like, I'm not letting this go anymore. You cannot have my king. I'm loving my fucking men's division right now.
You don't have much of a women's division. You have
I
two
have
women.
Sasha and Becky.
All right. All
That's
right.
pretty damn good,
We're
man.
already 6 picks in, baby. We're
But
already
you know
6
what?
picks in.
Ready for this? Give me the Kabuki Warriors.
Oh,
Because
boy.
not only do I get a top female tag team, I get 2 potential top female stars now. So I suddenly have 4 studs.
suddenly have fun.
Yeah.
Good
Just
for
like
you.
WWE, I'm ignoring the men's tag team division.
Ignoring the men's tag team division, although I love the Viking Raiders, so what can I say?
Yeah, you're up.
Well, I'm trying to think about this in a way that is going to make sense because I think we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it all.
There's some really good superstars left, including
Who's on the board? Who's on the board?
Seth Rollins.
Still, who's on the board?
I'm not going to tell you when because I can't believe you haven't picked him. I thought you'd pick him number 1 overall.
Was it Aleister Black?
I mean, he's on there, but no,
No.
You're literally forgetting your favorite superstar.
I honestly don't.
Who do you like suck his dick?
Oh,
every
Daniel
week?
Bryan, of course. I have to
How
take
have you
Daniel
not
Bryan.
taken him yet?
I'll take Daniel Bryan. I'll take Daniel Bryan.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going in blind here. I got to host the show, man. You're the one looking at the actual. You should be killing me
There's
right
a
now.
lot. I am killing you. Look at the rosters.
No, my roster's pretty damn good.
Not as good as mine. Keep going.
Just because I want to, and I think it'd be hilarious, I'm gonna pick Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Huh, good for
So
you.
there you go.
You reached a little.
Yes.
And also Bailey hasn't been taken, but you know what? I gotta take it now. Give me Kofi Kingston. It's disrespectful. And who was the other guy I was gonna take? Shit. Was it a girl? I don't remember. This is good TV as I scroll.
Scroll.
I am
You
going to
suck.
take. I do not suck. I'm gonna take Nope.
Mojo Rawley.
No, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Just keep giving me the studs. Orton, Kofi. Maybe I can bring that back and do it better. Still
That's
no
your,
tag teams.
That's your number 9 pick, by the way.
Yeah,
You have no
Ran-
tag teams.
I can make tag teams, bro. Just like
I
WWE.
can make tag
Kofi, King Corbin, and Randy Orton. There's my tag team.
oh boy. Oh boy.
And then I can throw them in the main event when I need more heels.
I don't know why. For some reason, I can't load the page, so I'm gonna have to do this off the top of my head.
Just pick Seth
I'm gonna
Rollins.
pick. No, I'm not picking Seth Rollins. He is going. The story of the day.
Is he not gonna? Is he
his-
gonna go undrafted?
He's gonna go undrafted. I guarantee it.
Wow.
I will, out of spite, not draft him. No, I'm kidding. I probably will. I'm gonna pick somebody that is near and dear to my heart. I think that he deserves a redo. And on Friday Night Nestle, I think that I could
Don't do it.
What?
Okay, go take him.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay, thank God.
Why?
Whew, well, you got another pick, so I can't
Yeah, I
say
know.
it.
Also, The Miz. Damn it. Because that's where he was going with that one.
Well,
so
no,
there-
I was actually going Rusev.
Okay.
I'll take Rusev, and I'm not taking Lana. Just to avoid
Rusev
that.
alone?
Just Rusev alone.
Wow, we've already hit 10 picks, and I'm
And you
trying
know
to say
what?
right now,
Give me Bailey.
Bailey way down on the
So
bottom
I have
here.
3 of the 4 horsewomen and Asuka and Kairi Sane. I have quite the women's division.
I have Charlotte, I have Bliss Cross, I have Mandy and Sonya.
You have a pretty good
I
women's
have a pretty
division because
good
you have
women's
Mandy. You
division.
have the top star in the company.
Oh boy, here we go.
Always in the shine.
Always in the shine.
Take the Big Show. He's on the roster.
Is he
apparently.
really?
Yeah.
No, I'm all set with that. I'm all set with that.
All right, you're up.
I'm gonna pick. Do I want another tag team? I probably should get another tag team. I'm gonna pick the New Day.
Okay, that's a good pick.
I'm gonna pick the
you
New
just
Day.
You just broke up the New Day, by the way.
Yes. I'm
Wow.
gonna pick the New Day only because of their marketability, and I think that
And
they
you can use them both as single stars.
exactly. I think it's a twofer. It's an absolute twofer, and maybe someday Big E will become my champion. You know,
He should
that's
be.
what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I need. Because everybody wants Big E to be champion. That's
Yeah.
all. And just to add insult to injury, I am going to raid the women's division a little bit more, and I'm going to rehabilitate some people. I'm going to pick Ember Moon.
Damn it!
Yes.
Damn it! I almost took her last round, but I was hoping you'd forget about her.
No, of course not.
Well, it's time for Monday Night JC to get some tag teams. Give me the
Towards the
Usos, give me the Revival. Back-to-back picks. There's the faces of my division. They could literally fight forever. No one would be mad. I have top 2 teams.
in the equivalent of picking a kicker in the 12th and 13th round, JC has picked tag teams because they obviously can punt. Look, very much I am very upset that you picked the Revival, but those are your guys, so it's
yeah.
fine. All right. I'm trying to think of championships.
Aleister Black.
I don't think he's going to be on
Bludgeon
my board.
Brothers?
I don't think he's going to be on my board. Can I see what you have? Because for some reason it's not loading on mine. I just want to see. Okay.
Take Mauro Ranallo.
Matt Hardy. Yeah, right. Yeah.
EC3.
Shelton Benjamin. Well, that's probably your 15th pick. Let's see. Oh, duh. Can't believe this slipped so far. CN. I'm taking my boy,
Damn it,
Andrade.
He was on my list.
Gotta take it. And then, of course, on the back end of the snake here, I am going to pick the best kept secret, Buddy Murphy.
Nice. I like that pick. But the fact that you just took Buddy Murphy over this next guy is embarrassing. Give me the Demon Kind, Finn Balor. He's injured right now, so you probably forgot about him. But he's the thing.
This is your last pick, by the way. Just letting you know.
All right.
Last pick.
Dun, 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 dun. Street Profits. A little swag with a body can.
Wow. Street Profits. So you got a twofer there.
Yeah.
You got a twofer.
Yep.
So you might actually have more people on your roster than I do.
Don't you have another pick?
I do. I have one more. That's why I'm
Take the
milking it.
Colognes.
The Colognes. No.
Seth Rollins. Have you taken Aleister Black yet?
I did not take Aleister Black yet, so I'm still looking.
We should keep going after this. This is going quick.
It is, but listen, people at home. we
No,
need
Cap
to,
wants longer program. More draft. This is
no,
fun. More
15.
draft. More.
All right, we'll go to
20.
20.
We're going 20.
Go to 20. That's fine.
I'm going to go to 25.
No, we're going to 20.
Okay.
I will pick my last pick
No, it's not your last pick.
for the
Your 15th pick.
my 15th pick.
In the 2019 Fantasy Wrestling Draft.
I am picking Aleister Black. That's fine.
You have another pick, so.
I know. I'm going to pick Ruby Riott. Going to come back off the injury,
Okay.
going to come back and have a great women's division. That's what I'm going to say.
Congratulations. I'm going to take. Oh, right. No, I'm not. Sin Cara's still unemployed.
Sin Cara just got a new deal.
Wow.
So get excited, folks.
You should take Dominic.
Yeah, okay.
Nia Jax there. Mike Kanellis. One of those is not like the other. Ooh, that would be a fun one. Maybe I'll drop that on you.
Don't drop that down.
You know what? I don't have a part-timer yet.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
fuck it. Give me Ronda Rousey.
There you go.
Ronda freaking Rousey. How do we forget about her? It's because she's not listed.
She's
but
not listed. I think she's in the alums
I'm
now.
bringing her back, baby. And I have another pick. I am going to take. I think I know who I'm going to take. Give me Cesaro.
Cesaro. Oh, dude.
And
Ricochet.
Sheamus.
Fuck. We forgot Ricochet.
So you're taking Ricochet.
Ricochet. Thank you very much. So you just picked
Cesaro.
Cesaro. Okay.
Damn it.
Wow, he went way further down.
I would have drafted him before Kofi, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that ceiling is so high, no pun intended.
We're making trades.
We're making trades?
Yeah.
Okay.
But keep
We'll
picking.
have to
You have
talk
another
about
pick.
You know what? I probably should pick just because I have the tag team titles right now. I'm going to pick Ziggler and Rude.
Okay.
So there
you
you
get
go.
a two for. You get two for the price
Exactly.
of one.
And I think they're both plug and play guys, so I think that they're going to be utility players. I think I can put them wherever I want in my my show.
You know what's a good value? The Lucha House Party. You know what's also not good value? The Lucha House Party. Give me Lacey Evans.
Oh,
because I need some nasties. You know, it's just stud.
Okay.
And then I am.
You have 2 picks left, so keep it going. Bud.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing. You also screwed up, by the way, because you didn't take them as a unit. So I'm gonna take Sami Zayn.
Okay.
You could have got them together.
Sami Zayn as your 19th pick.
Yep.
Okay.
There's someone else on here who should have been picked by now.
Well, I can't see anything. I'm doing it out of my brain. I'm literally fantasy booking without.
I'll give you a hint. He's like on like the first couple names.
It doesn't help me.
So it begins with an A. It's not Akira Tozawa or Alicia Fox.
What are you talking about?
You're an idiot. There you go.
Oh. You know what? You can have them.
What?
You can have them.
Wow.
I don't want them.
You hate cops.
I do. I'm going to pick the Iconics.
That's a good pick.
I'm going to pick the Iconics just based off of how great they are. I love them. And then my final pick, because we need to get this shit done. Oh, God. Do I pick him? Do I pick Seth
R-Truth?
Rollins?
What about
What?
Drew McIntyre? Oh, you hate him.
Oh, you know what? Just because.
Bludgeon Brothers?
Just because, well. Oh, yeah, Drew McIntyre. You know what? I'm going to pick Drew McIntyre. I'm going to pick the
Wow.
Mac. That's my last 20th pick.
So only have one
the
pick
Mac.
left?
The Mac. You have one pick left. Make it work. Make it
You
work.
didn't take the heavy boys either.
The heavy boys?
Yeah. Who's I going to take?
Can you pick Seth Rollins so
I'm
we can
not
make sure?
picking Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins is off the board?
I'm not picking. You literally, he's free. You can sign him as a free agent after the draft.
Wow.
Oh, I had someone too.
Poor Seth Rollins. Can we get a shot of Seth Rollins at the table with nobody calling him? There it is. Come on, this is great television, folks.
I know. I had it. I just forgot because
Jobber alert.
JoJo's on the roster.
Come on, you.
They still have Jason Jordan on the roster, even though he can't ever wrestle again.
What's up, jobbers?
Oh, I feel like I have to make this pick
Just do it.
because this person is a stud, and in the top 1%,
Oh, God.
give me EC3.
So that's it. That's the end. Your last pick is EC3.
We should
Seth
keep going.
Seth Rollins. No, we're done. It's 20. That's 20.
I know, but there's more people to pick.
I know that.
No one picked Seth Rollins.
Nobody picked Seth Rollins.
No one picked Heavy
That's
Machinery.
the gimmick this year, folks.
No one picked Ali.
Nobody picked Ali.
Oh shit! I was gonna pick AOP.
You get
Well,
20
I signed
picks.
AOP as a free agent.
20 picks. All
Yeah.
right, you know what? I'll give you right now. I'll give you 3 additional supplement draft picks.
AOP.
Okay.
Cedric Alexander
Yep.
and Liv Morgan.
Okay.
I'm gonna make her a thing.
Okay, so you're done.
Yeah.
Now you're done.
Yep. I'm done.
Okay, I get 3 supplemental draft picks.
Just take Heavy Machinery.
I will. Hold on. Hold
Seth Rollins and
Calm
Ali.
yourself. Calm.
Fuck! I meant to say Ali.
And yet Ali is still not there. I cannot understand how we did not pick
John Cena.
John Cena.
Because he's never on TV.
I know he's never on TV. You can't. That's the thing. You can't pick like that.
He's on
guy.
both our shows. We're gonna share him.
We're gonna share.
Sharing
All right.
is
So I'm
caring.
gonna pick Ali because, quite frankly, the poor guy
He
dropped
should be
that.
drafted.
Let's
Heavy
see.
Machinery. Just do it.
Fine. I'm gonna pick Taki. Yeah, sure. And my last supplemental draft pick.
Zach Ryder.
Could it be Seth Rollins' day? No, it's not. I'm going to pick.
We picked. Hold on. Let me put this in perspective. We picked 46 people / teams, and none of them were named Seth Rollins.
Nope.
Yikes.
That's how much we hate him.
I nothing him.
Best wrestler in the world, my ass. I am going to pick, just to add insult to injury, because he's probably never going to be back on television again.
Shelton Benjamin. Chad Gable.
Lars Sullivan.
I love it. That's a good pick, honestly. Lars is a good pick because he's a heel.
Yes.
You didn't draft Ray. You could have got Rey Mysterio and Dominic together, too.
Shows you exactly how we feel about them. That's it.
So to
Off the board.
recap, if you want to see the complete list, I will post them on jobberknocker.com, hopefully today, if you want to follow on and tell me how much better my show is with The Fiend, Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, Sasha, AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston, Kabuki Warriors, King Corbin.
All right.
Right on down the line.
All
Usos,
right.
Revival,
Okay.
Street Profits.
Okay.
EC3.
Stop it. EC3. Your last pick.
You know, with EC3. Yeah, AOP.
All right. On that note, we hope you enjoy NXT versus AEW.
Tonight.
Or Wednesday,
Last
whenever
night.
you watch it. Or on Friday, you watch SmackDown. And big ups to my brother Kenny. We will be there at AEW next Wednesday at the Agganis Arena. We will have a lot of fun there, I'm sure. So watch us, follow us, do whatever you got to do, because we're going to be all over that goddamn thing. We're literally across from the hard cam. You will not be able to miss us.
Hurry up, I got to pee.
All right, so anyway, thank you for listening to Jobber Knocker. We will be back next week with more Jobber Knockery.